What's up guys, Tommy Bennett here, and today we're gonna teach you guys some advanced carving skills, but it's gonna be way more fun if I have the master of carving with me. So, what up Ryan?
Woo, what's happening, Tommy?
Woo! Let's go! Make sure you guys are subscribed to his channel. Go check out his stuff. He has some of the most insane carving you'll ever see, and obviously, that's why I want him here.
Let's make some turns, Tommy.
Let's
teach
go!
Some people some...
Before we get too far in depth on the crazy carving that we're about to do, if you're struggling with just a basic carve, make sure you go scope up there because we do have, I did make a video on basic carving, which is gonna be sick, so you guys can go scope that out. But one of the biggest things about carving is being able to utilize your body. Now, there are times where you can be really tall and really extended and do carves, but I want us to get a little bit more dynamic. So the first thing that I want you guys to do is on a nice little hill where no one is, I want you guys to simply work on getting low. Now the coolest thing is I can get low, figure out my body positions without getting bodied. So as I'm doing a toe side carve, I can simply sink my belly button down, get low. Now guess what? I can put my hand on the ground and be in this body position. My chest is up, I'm balanced, I can take my hand off, or I can put my hand down. And then the sick thing is we can actually do that on the hill. Kind of dope. Got anything to add to that?
Earlier in the year, I saw a Keystone. I was following you down. You were doing switch turns, and you're getting your back knee. You're just stacked, like you just said, and your back knee was skimming the snow. And that is so hard to do switch. And so yeah, you're a master at it.
Woo! So that's what we're gonna do. Is we're gonna lead into doing some dynamic, aggressive carving, and then the goal is to be able to do some knee touches. So let's get right into it. Woo!
One of the things you saw Tommy doing there, he wasn't hauling ass or anything. He was just going medium at most speed and really working on, boom, as soon as you see his back knee drop and his body just condense down and tilt his board, the board just wants to do something. And that's the beauty of the carve. The board just naturally doing what it wants to do, and you figuring out with your upper body how to squish yourself into the right position to allow it to just let it do what it wants to do.
To kind of add on that, it's sick because I can go at low speeds and figure out my body positions without the high consequences. As I get super stoked and feel confident in my ability to get low and be dynamic, then I just add a little bit more speed to make it a little bit more fun. I want to do that for both my toe side and my heel side carves. And I personally like toe sides more, probably because it's way easier, but your heel sides are insane. And we love you. So now that we've taken our body, got squished down, we're able to lean against the hill. Now we're gonna step this up a little bit because this is an advanced tutorial. We are gonna do the challenge of taking our back knee, pressing our back knee over our toe, and we're gonna touch the snow. Now the goal is not to slam our knee into the snow and blow out our kneecap. I've actually broken my kneecap, trust me, it sucks. So you wanna gently press your knee over your toe and gently touch the snow. As you get more comfortable with it, you can be a little bit more aggressive. And then also, what about the conditions? If it's icy, be gentle. If it's a little bit more soft out, then I'm willing to tempt that knee into the snow just a little bit more, bro. That's my dad. That was actually pretty impressive, pretty sick that Ryan is being able to get such an aggressive carve while having the finesse of barely touching his knee. But what's more impressive to me is he's deciding exactly when he's gonna do it. So he shows true ownership of that. Clearly, the more you practice, the more you try these steps, the better you're gonna be. So I wanna step it up just a little bit. So I got a challenge for you guys. This is kind of crazy. I don't know. So what I want to do is toe side carve, touch my knee, back 3.
Ooh.
Is it doable? Let me know down below if you think it's doable. All right, if I get bodied, RP to me. All right guys, I thought that was pretty sick because we both did a very similar trick with such a different approach to it. My approach was go a little bit slower and go across the fall line, touch my knee, and then explode up while throwing my shoulder so I can get a full 360 out of it. And then Ryan, what was your approach?
I don't know, just tilt my board, try to touch that back knee, and yeah, just do the backside and 3 nose butter like I normally do.
And it's sick because we can take our strengths or your guys' strengths, try to add a little bit of flair to it and a little bit of creativity. I would love for you guys to get super creative and then tag me on Instagram so I can see what kind of crazy variations or challenges you have for us. That'd be kind of sick. So, all right guys, let's get into something different now. Boom. Are you serious? A part of having advanced skills in carving is being able to utilize and control your ankles and your balance. So what you saw there is I was able to sink my belly button low, and then my ankles do heel side and toe side turns, but my belly button stays in the same place, and then my feet will actually extend out, come back in, extend out, come back in, and it's just utilizing my ankles. Now, this is a drill that you can do in the morning to get your body warmed up and feeling good. Simply point your board straight down the fall line, and then progressively lift up your toes or push your toes down and feel the response of the board. So by using your ankles, you're gonna be able to unlock a whole new level of control and performance. So do that. All right guys, so now we're gonna do the Ryan special because he's such a boss at this. He is gonna do some gnarly layouts and he's gonna break it down for us and we're gonna keep going. Ryan, you ready? So throughout this video, we've been talking about getting our belly button low. Now, what Ryan just showed us, which was so super sick and so crazy, was how to take that to the next level, and not necessarily taking the next level up. He actually took the next level to the ground, which is super sick. So Ryan, give us a quick couple pointers on how the heck did you do that?
All right, what you're nailing on the head is using those ankles a lot. I mean, you're just, when carving, you're thinking about tilting the board, and a lot of riders are going too fast. So this is a motion I can do pretty darn slow, and it's just through tilting the board, lowering that whole center of gravity to being right where you're almost on the ground, tilt it just a little bit, and then the snow is right there. Once it feels like the snow is right there, for my version, I use marine fabric vinyl. Some jackets, I don't know if this one slides or not. I've had a couple wind breakers that really slide nicely, but if there's friction, most jackets, like this jacket, if I hold this upside down, it's just gonna be too much friction. And basically you want the glide of your metal edge, but if that's gonna just get disrupted if you have a bunch of friction. So I use a marine fabric vinyl. If it doesn't have a texture, it can slide nicely. And then elbow pads underneath it, and it actually creates like a boat surface area. And it was really nice. You should have probably actually tried my setup.
Let me know down below. Should I be trying to set up?
But also, yeah, you just think about traversing across, and if you can't put your arm and like just glide with no pressure on it, like 1 pound of pressure on your arm, if you can't be gliding, then you probably shouldn't be laying out your jacket. You need something that glides. If there's too much friction, ain't gonna work.
Yeah. In addition to that, as you get low and you sink over, as your hand touches the ground, to really take this to the next level, you actually want to push your board away from your belly button, where you're actually extending your feet out so you can get super elongated on the hill. And then when you want to exit your trick, you simply retract your knees back up to your center of mass and then sink, like lean back up. So it's really cool because you can do this in a progressive state. You can get low, touch your hand. You can get low, touch your hand, and extend your feet, bring them back. So it can be super progressive. I know what he does looks gnarly, but it's totally doable if you take the right steps. So
very scalable. So just progressive. Let's do this right now. I'll do one where I touch my hand in the right body position, then my full arm, and then a full arm and layout. Just progress through those steps.
Yo, are you serious? Let's go. Let's be honest, guys. Are you kidding me? That's kind of like cheating, right? He literally just broke it down to the sickest 3 steps you've ever done. Essentially, he just put his hand down, leaned a little bit more, leaned a little bit more, leaned a little bit more. That's incredible.
That's what most snowboarding is, just playing around with it and taking it to the next level over and over and over again. Keeps making it fun.
Ah, that was mind-blowing. All right, I'm gonna have to try that. Should we try that, boys? When it comes to carving, one of the biggest things is understanding where your center of mass is. So you'll notice as we do these super creative, gnarly little tricks, is that I'm still going back to the basic understanding of snowboarding, which is if I can keep my belly button leaned over that edge, and sometimes I lean over a lot more, sometimes I don't, but the more I'm able to understand where my center of mass is, it's gonna unlock a lot of cool tricks. So I just did a toe side carve, backside one, toe side carve, backside one, and I repeated that, but I just simply understood where my belly button was, and then I was really able to adjust my ankles to be able to stick in the snow, find my balance, reset, throw my shoulders, stick my toes in the ground. So overall, when you're doing advanced carving and you're trying to become creative, just go back to the basics. Get a carve, see what you can do within that carve, explore with the different body positions, and then keep your body over that edge. If you end up not keeping your body over the edge, that's when you catch an edge and it sucks, not fun. So yeah, cool. Holy cow, guys, that was probably one of the most insane carving experiences I've ever had in my life. That was literally so sick.
That was super fun.
I wanted to say thank you so much to Ryan for hopping in here. That was incredible, dude.
Thanks for having me, Tommy. One last thing that I think we should talk about. I love your definition of carving, because you know what carving is. A lot of people think they're carving and they're making turns back and forth, but it's not. Sometimes it's not carving if there's a skid in it. It's just kind of a skidded turn. It's something. It's not just board tilt and letting it go. So
to add to that and really define what a carved turn is, essentially the tail of your snowboard is following the exact path of the nose, and it's creating a slice in the snow. If it's following a separate path, it means it's gonna be a skidded turn. It's very loud, and essentially you're putting the brakes on the whole entire time. So if you guys are looking for a basic little guide on how to be more awesome at carving without getting super crazy like this, make sure you go check out his channel. I also have a video right here, and you can go scope that as well, because we want to make you guys the sickest snowboarders ever. And I'm not gonna lie, it's kind of addictive. Once you understand how to carve and rip a turn, there's no feeling on this earth just like that. Ripping a carve, would you agree?
absolutely, you make your own roller coasters.
It's like literally a roller coaster, and I'm scared of roller coasters because they're scary, but this is a good time. So Again, guys, thank you so much. I appreciate all you guys checking that out. Go check out Ryan's YouTube channel. Check out the ski doc if you guys are looking for a tune. I put out videos every single Friday, so make sure you guys scope that out. And on that note, we out of here. Thanks, dog.
Yeah, thank you.
What I learned from today is carve them turkeys.
Ah!